Have you heard that Melinda Gates has just announced that she is investing $1 billion into women's rights? This is really remarkable. She is going to be doing this in a few ways. She's putting 200 million into several different grants. She's putting 240 million into 12 $20 million funds that other people can use to invest the way they see fit, and nonprofits mostly, and in for profits, it looks like. This is really cool. She wrote this blog post about it. She wrote on LinkedIn and Instagram. She's everywhere. And she has a fund called Pivotal Ventures. Now, just really quickly, if you have never heard of me, I'm Arlan Hamilton. I was homeless 10 years ago. And since then, I have invested in more than 200 companies led by women, people of color, and LGBTQ plus founders. So I know a little bit about this lane. And something that came up, though, I wanted to talk about this because people are asking my opinion. I wanted to just mention this thing first, is that we're going to, we're reading this, we're learning about it. Maybe you're learning about it for the first time. And most of us, what we'll say is, oh my gosh, that's so cool of Melinda. That's so great. That's amazing. She's rich and she's using her money for good. Most of us will say it must be nice, or hey, the people who get these awards, like, that's really great for them and they get to go off and do things. Some people will be jealous, some people will be upset that it's not this other organization. There will be all types of responses to it, but I hope that many of us, what we can really take from this is that we don't have to be rich today to make a change. We don't have to wait until we have billions of dollars to do what she's doing. Now, of course, that doesn't mean that you're going to be able to dedicate $1 billion to this. But what if you put the same amount in relationship to your net worth? Or you put a significant amount of money, yes, but also time and intention and mentorship and amplification, things that you can do right now. What if you use this moment, this inspiration, to do that now? Now, of course, so many of you are already doing that. And I want you to know that that is worth as much as, if not more, as what Melinda is doing. I think she's doing a great job. I think what she's doing is very needed. I hope more very wealthy people will follow suit. It reminds me of what Mark Cuban has done with my venture fund, Backstage Capital. Mark Cuban put in $6 million into Backstage Capital because he said I'm in rooms he'll never be in, and he wants me to make those investments on his behalf. And I think that that's really special. But if we all wait until we are billionaires, we may be waiting forever, or we may be waiting till we're much, much, much older and there's less work we can do. So I challenge you to find one company, find one woman, find one person who you can help in a very significant way. Be their first yes. Say yes to them. Invest a small amount into their company. Help them go to a conference that they can't afford to go to on their own. Take them out to dinner and listen to them. Let them vent to you as much as, is within your boundaries. Introduce them to other people. Have a salon. I talk about this all the time, where you put together 5, 6, 8 people who can help each other. Just introduce people. Say yes. And I can tell you from experience, in having worked with thousands and thousands of founders over the past decade, having done so much as I can with the resources that I have, that it's an absolutely rewarding way of living. Every single day, those seeds planted blossom. You see them along the way. And there are ups and downs. And yes, there are tough times. And yes, money would definitely help. But I have to say that when I stopped worrying about only helping when I had some dollars in the bank, and kind of living like from check to check, my whole life changed. And the fulfillment and the quality of life went up. So you do not have to be wealthy to make a change, to make a difference. You do not have to invest millions of dollars and into hundreds of different organizations, you can start with just one. And I really just wanted to mention that because I see a lot of people already having these rumblings of jealousy and these rumblings of, well, it must be nice to be a billionaire. I'm sure it is. I don't think there's, I don't think they would say there's not nice, but can you start sooner? My friend Terry Igioma said this on stage at Your First Million Live, which is a 2,000 person event I put on. She said she's a multimillionaire. And she said she had to think about giving now, giving where you are right now. And I just wholeheartedly believe in that. And having been homeless and having had some resources and everything in between, and just every day thinking about how can I catalyze someone. You may have heard me say that if you do know my story. I say I wake up every day wondering how can I help catalyze at least one person? How can I help take one person from where they are to where they want to be? Can you make that your challenge and your North Star? Let me know what you think in the comments. I really want to hear what you have to say. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe. Subscribe right now so you can get more of these videos. I do a lot to help entrepreneurs. I want to help create another 1,000 millionaires in the next decade, and I want you to be one of them. So one way you do that is you subscribe so you can see all of my videos where I'm giving away free advice. Thanks.